Hi, I'm ChellyBadger, and today we're going to be playing a much more chillax game than what you've been seeing with all the horror games that have been coming out on this channel. Now, I have been playing a lot of horror games specifically for this month because it's Halloween month, and I absolutely freaking love Halloween. I am infatuated with the Halloween season, but I know some of you are not really big into horror games, and that is completely okay. No judgment, guys. I will be getting back to normal gameplays in November. I will continue Layers of Fear, however, till it reaches its ending. But I will get back into Franbo. I will get back to Batman, the Telltale series. And also games that are, not all horror. However, horror games will still be included because that's personally my utmost favorite type. But for you guys, I decided to do something more chill, which is, will you press the button? Which, so pretty much you're given a dilemma. Like, you're given something that sounds good, but at the same time there's a fine print to it. So you have to figure out if you would actually press the button or you wouldn't. I mean, you get the idea of what I'm trying to say, right, guys? Like, I don't need to keep explaining this, right? No, okay. The ability to see the future, but there's nothing you can do to change it. Well, honestly, I probably wouldn't, because even if I had the ability to change the future while seeing it, I don't think I'd pick that either, because then there will be another future because of how you changed it. You're changing how things are going, so it's just going to lead to something else. But then if you can see the future, then you'd probably be able to also see where that future leads, and then what changes out of that, and then that future, and what changes out of that, and then that future, and then what comes out and changes, and this has turned into something completely different, hasn't it? Oh, will not! You will have all the pie in existence, but no pizza. Oh, that's a hell no. I'm not even a big pie fan unless it's like pumpkin pie or lemon meringue pie and stuff like that. I don't mind it, but I don't like super syrupy kind of pies, like cherry pies and stuff. Don't hate me, guys. I'm not a big fan. I'll eat it, but I'm not a big fan. And pizza I am a big fan of. So that's a good dilemma. You could turn into any animal whenever you want, but that animal would turn into you for the time you are the animal. I mean, considering how strange I tend to act normally, I don't really know if people would really bat an eyelash if I turned into a turtle and a turtle turned into me and I was just acting like a turtle. Like, I love salad. So, I think I'm gonna say I would. I totally would. What did people pick? 62 pressed the button, while 38% did not. I'm a little surprised. That was a good dilemma. When you're communicating with someone digitally, whether through phone, email, chat, message board, etc., you see a clear mental image of what they look like and what they're doing at that moment. But everyone gets to see the same about you when they're digitally communicating with you. I think that would actually be brilliant. I mean, I don't really see how that could come out bad. I know some of you are thinking with your dirty minds about how that could come out bad, but unless the people are doing something kind of like, you know what I'm saying, then you really don't have anything to worry about. I mean, I see that as all good personally. I mean, yeah, I would. You become a physical dynamo, the highest grade in every martial art known to, or ever will be known to man, as well as being an expert in parkour and other cool shit. But you can wear nothing but underwear for the rest of your life. Well, I mean, I'm pretty positive that in still a lot of states it's illegal for me to be topless, you know what I'm saying? Like, because of the boobies. So I don't know if that would actually work well for me, because I personally think that's a lame-ass law. I mean, I really don't think I'd probably still walk around topless, or maybe I don't know. No, I probably wouldn't. I mean, that sounds like I'm trailing off, guys. But yeah, no, I don't think I'd want to just be in underwear for the rest of my life. Plus, what about when it's wintertime? That means I could never go anywhere. Like, even if it wasn't illegal for me to be topless, like, if I'm just in my pantalones and stuff, like, I would freeze to death. There's no way that would work for me, so no, I will not. You will be the world's fastest runner, but you would always have piranhas lashed onto your legs. I personally don't care about being the world's fastest runner, so that's not really a difficult one to say no to. Especially when piranhas, like, why would I want that? You gain arms as strong as an old sturdy oak. But you gain the legs of a seagull. No way! I like my legs. My legs are the highlight of myself. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm okay with my body and everything. I think like most people are, you know, like, let's go with it. But if there's one part of my body that I am a fan of, it is my calves. So I really don't want them to look like a seagull. Seagull calves. They don't even have calves. They're just like, you know, bird legs. So no, I will not. Man, a lot of these are turning into I will not. I'm kind of surprised because I'm a pretty open-minded person. Be immortal, but stuck in a box that has no escape. Why would anybody actually click the red button on that? Like, who clicks the red button? Like, oh yeah, I get to be immortal. But the whole part about being immortal that's supposed to sound so great is the fact that, you know, you get to like live life forever. So you get to do all sorts of cool shit. But you can't do cool shit if you're stuck in a box that has no escape. Like, there's no way. I mean, does it have a window? Can people move you? Can you like ask people to take you places? I mean, I don't know. And then those people, they're not immortal. So they would die off. And then you'd have to find new people to move your box just so you can look outside of it. It just doesn't seem like a win at all whatsoever. I wouldn't even want to be immortal in general. I think it takes away the preciousness of life. So, because I mean, how are you supposed to look at life as, you know, a beautiful moment every moment if your life is full of eternal moments? I don't know. You can have all the superpowers ever thought of and use multiple at the same time. But once you use one, you can never use it again. You know, I think I would do that because, I mean, all I'd have to do technically is think of a superpower similar to the one I'd want to reuse. Yeah. Like say I wanted to move things with my mind. Then maybe instead of like moving things with my mind, instead I could like say I want to move this particular specific box that's like on the table with my mind. And then it'll be okay unless I need to move that specific box again, and then I'm not gonna be able to do it. But you know, that's how I would get around the fine print of that. I think I do okay. So yeah, all right. You can become infinitely rich. Infinitely. What the fuck does that even mean, Shelly? You can become infinitely rich and internationally famous. You're financially set for life. But you become the subject of a hyped up internet meme. You're incredibly popular for a while, but you eventually become repetitive and annoying. You go from being admired to ridiculed before fading into obscurity as just another washed up novelty act. Honestly, I think that's a perfectly okay exchange, really. I mean, you're still still making sure I'm not saying infinitely, infinitely rich and internationally. Like, honestly, that like being financially set for life just sounds fantastic, because then that means if you have children, they'll never have to worry about things. Probably their children's children won't have to worry about things. And then you can also do so much with that money. Like you could like donate a ton of it to charity all the time because you were financially set for life and infinitely rich. I mean, there's a lot you could do with that. With the charity, you could put money towards research. You could buy a shit ton of turtles. I don't know why I keep mentioning turtles, but yeah, you could do all sorts of cool things with it, and all for the price of just being a hyped up, hashed up, used up internet meme. Sign me up. Perfect hair no matter what, but you'd have dandruff. Well, okay, but how much dandruff? Like, is it just a little bit of dandruff? Because then you just don't wear black all the time. But if it's a lot of dandruff, like it's snowing on your shoulders, then I'd probably say no, because then it doesn't really matter if your hair is perfect, because people are just going to be noticing the dandruff when you move around. It's going to be like snowing. Woo! Christmas in my hair! No thanks. So, we'll see. I'm going to assume that they mean a lot of dandruff, so I'll say I will not. You have a thing in your eye that lets you command anyone, but you have to kill your sister because the more you use it, the more it goes out of control. Wait a second, but what does that even mean? Like, why is your sister the one personally that's getting targeted because of it getting out of control? Like, why is she the one specifically that has to be solved by? I mean, honestly, I don't feel like I'd really want to command anyone. I mean, anything that you have to command someone for is probably going to be pretty sour because they didn't opt to want to do that themselves. So, you know, I'm going to go with I will not. You can end all suffering in the world, all oppression, and essentially create world peace and save billions of lives. But you must choose, that's the word they use, not me, one of the people you're closest to in the world to act as a sacrifice. Man, that's a rough one. I don't know. What would you pick, guys? I don't know if I could sacrifice someone close to me. I'd probably have to ask them and see if any of them would be willing to give it a go. But at the same time, it's like, how do you not be selfish with that? Could I just sacrifice myself instead? I mean, I'm technically close to me. I'm the closest person to myself, right? If I could do that, then I would hit the red button because I'd be willing to sacrifice myself to end literally like all suffering in the world. But making that decision for someone else's life, that's dictating someone else's choice, something that's extremely obviously important since it's their life. And if you do that, you're taking away from already a sense of humanity while you're also trying to save humanity. So it doesn't really work out well. I don't think you could solve something terrible by doing something terrible like that. But on that very weird, dark note, I'm gonna end this gameplay, I guess, because it's more of just a pressing a button thing. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button down below. And I hope while you were going through this with me that you were kind of thinking, what would you pick? And if you have any particular ones, let me know. I'm curious as to what you picked, if it was the same or different, and why. Also, if you'd like to be updated on future uploads, then be sure to subscribe. I'm ChellyBadger, and I will see you next time. Bye!